everyone, welcome back to this episode. So today we have with us a very dear friend of mine, Dr. Tamali Sinha, an author to the book The Silent Battles. So I have the book with me, and I do have the signed copy of her book with me, and this is The Silent Battles by Dr. Tamali Sinha. So Dr. Sinha is a distinguished molecular biologist and a biotechnologist with a deep-rooted passion for teaching, writing and inspiring others. Holding a doctorate in molecular biology and biotechnology, Dr. Sinha has a deep passion in coaching and mentoring aspiring CSIR-NET candidates. She herself is a JRF holder with an All India rank of 154, and along with managing her job, her family, she is extremely dedicated and determined to contribute in the field of education and academics. So welcome Dr. Tamali Sinha, and welcome to this episode. We are very glad that we have such a talented person amongst us today.
Thank you, Shabana. Thank you so much for having me on this show and on this episode. And congratulations to you too for the results that your students have got this time for UGC-NET.
Thank you so much, Tamali.
I'm very thankful to you and grateful also that we are collaborating now for CSIR-NET Life Science, and I hope we can also create waves for CSIR-NET students.
That's very true, Tamali, and I'm really very happy for this collaboration. And it's really wonderful, you know, two women coming together, me coming from the UGC-NET background and you coming from the CSIR-NET background. So definitely we are going to do something, you know, something good.
We are going to be a powerful team, I think so.
Yes, yes.
And I think so we can also inspire many other women to come together and work together and, you know, like achieve great heights.
Yes, definitely, Tamali. So now, Tamali, I'll start with my questions. Actually, I have a long list actually of questions for you, because I know that you have been inspiring and motivating a lot of students, right? So I think these set of questions will help the viewers, like those who want to sit for this CSIR-NET coaching. This is going to be a very informative session with Dr. Tamali Sinha today. Without any delay, I'll shoot her with my questions today. So Tamali, the first thing that I want to know from you is, what is the CSIR-NET and who are eligible to sit for this exam?
See, CSIR-NET is basically a national level exam, and it is like students who have cleared the MSc exam with 55% marks, they are eligible to sit for this exam. So students who want to go for PhD or who want to go for lectureship, they can sit for this exam. And this is organized by CSIR through NTA, National Testing Agency, and this occurs twice in a year. So students can sit anytime in two exams. One is in June and one is in December. These two are the months. So students can sit in any of the exam and they can they can get the opportunity to clear the exam.
Okay. So Tamali, let us know a little bit about the syllabus, because we know that the syllabus of CSIR-NET is comparatively different than UGC-NET, right?
Yes.
So can you please provide us an idea about what the syllabus looks like?
Yes. So CSIR-NET syllabus, basically it has 13 units. So if you look at the exam pattern, there is also another paper for, you know, a general aptitude exam is there. But if you look at the part B and part C, which has the conceptual and analytical questions, so those are from the CSIR Life Science syllabus. So in Life Science syllabus there are 13 units. In 13 units it covers all the areas of life science, like we have got biochemistry is there, then enzymology is there, then you have got microbiology, then genetics, molecular biology, we have got plant physiology, animal physiology, then we have got methods that are used in biology. So then a lot of things are there, these are all important. We have developmental biology, cell biology. So these are the units that are present in this CSIR-NET.
Okay. So your subject was CSIR-NET, that was life science.
Yes, life science.
Okay, okay. So basically in this session today, we will mostly be discussing about the life science as a subject in CSIR-NET, because Tamali comes from a background of life science, so we'll have a detailed discussion on CSIR-NET life science. So Tamali, moving on to the next question, can you highlight, like you have already named a lot of units that are there in the syllabus, right? Can you highlight us with the most important units or the topics that is very important from the exam point of view?
Yes, see, in the exam point of view, see, actually all the units are important, But if you compare all the among the units, then the most ones that you should focus on is the molecular biology part is there, where all the process of these things like transcription, translation. So these things are very important. Also the cell biology part. Cell biology part is very, very important, along with developmental biology and also genetics. And because after clearing CSIR-NET, you have to go for you can go for research field, and for lectureship you need to know about those techniques which are practically being used in the field. So even for that, the methods that are applied for this for life sciences, even those are also very important.
Okay, so now already we know that what the important parts of life science as a syllabus are. So Tamali, do you think that the exam pattern has evolved over the years?
Yes, exam pattern has evolved a lot. Like before, the exam was subjective, now it's become objective, MCQ based questions. See, many things are good, many things are, but actually it has grown, you can say, because even the tough level difficulty level has increased. Okay, and earlier there were no negative marking, now there are negative marking is there, and the questions before you can just read and go and sit for the exam and just write, but now you have to be very, your concept has to be very clear. So now the exam is more focusing on the your conceptual knowledge of topics. Okay, then as I told, negative marking is there, and also difficulty level has increased. So these things are there, and also marking scheme. The marking scheme has been is there for each part. So these things have been changed.
Okay, so there is quite a lot of changes that have taken place over the years.
Yes.
Okay. So Tamali, you have been a JRF holder yourself, right?
Yes.
And the tag of being a JRF holder itself feels great.
Yes.
On top of that, you are an All India ranker, that is with an All India rank of 154.
Yes.
You surely have had certain strategies while you were preparing, right?
Yes.
I want you to share those strategies with our viewers. Maybe it can help them in their preparation also.
Sure. See, I would like to suggest my students that if you want to sit for the CSIR-NET exam, first of all you have to be very sure that you want to exactly sit for it or not, and you want to clear the exam or not. Many students I have seen, they sit for the exam thinking that because they want some time from their home, or they just want to pass their time, or just see if I can clear the exam or not. But that should not be your commitment level. You have to be very committed towards your goal that you want to clear the exam. That should be the first intention. Your intention should be straight, that you want to clear the exam. Number two, when you know that you want to clear the exam, your strategy has to be very good. That means you have to plan how you are going to sit for the exam. That means what your approach should be. So what you should be is that you should be very disciplined. While you sit for the exam, you need to keep all your resources, like your first of all you need the syllabus, like what will be coming for the exam. Then you have to keep your notes ready for the exam, what you need to study. Okay, that means first of all you will not make notes, first of all you will need resources.
So can you help us know the sources from where you can get the notes?
See,
the resources?
Yes, see, nowadays everything is available in the internet, right? So from internet you will get the resources. Okay, but you need to have a strategy how to do those and how to complete those. Number one. Number two is that you need proper guidance and support, and I think for that Bostabrain is very good, and you can try that.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely. Now that we have you with us,
yes,
so we are very sure we'll have another wing to Bostabrain.
Thank you, Shabana. And so you have to, if you like, you have to have very good guidance, help, support, like for your notes, and also you have to clear your you have to solve previous year question papers before you sit for the exam. Go do some mock test, and also you need to prepare a good routine. See, in my case, first of all, I got my syllabus in front of me in my table, and I knew I had to clear this in 2.5 months. So I had planned, in this month I'll be finishing this, that I had planned. Okay, so I had maintained a routine, a timetable. So you need to maintain a timetable, a routine, how you're going to select the topics, which topics will you select first, and even there is a strategy for that also. See, some students, they go for topic wise study, some students go for unit wise study. So how will you select? We should go for topic wise or unit wise. So for beginners,
I would like to interrupt.
Yeah.
So what was your strategy? Was it topic wise or was it unit wise? Because I remember when I started with my preparations, initially I started with paper 2, all right.
Okay.
So that it was then I was starting with the unit wise preparation.
Okay.
So after I was done with my paper 2 preparation, I came back to paper 1. Now paper 1 was something that I did not have any idea about. So then I chose the topic wise preparation rule. So now you tell me, because I was using both. I started with unit wise, then topic wise.
Yes.
Now what was in your case?
See, when I teach my students, I go for unit wise. Why? Because I have a strategy that I will be finishing the syllabus within 6 months, and I know which you need to select first, because based on the weightage of marks. But if I'm doing self-study, and if I'm studying alone at home, okay, so what should I do is, I suggest that beginners should start with topic wise, because when you see the syllabus, some people get scared, they black out, oh my god, so big syllabus, I'm not going to clear it. So what you do is, you select the topics, because suppose you know one topic, okay, suppose I know I'm very good with cell biology, suppose I know that these are the cell organelles. So what I do is that I like this topic, so I first take cell organelles. So when I'm finishing the topic, I'm happy, wow, I finished it fast, and now I got a bit comfortable with the syllabus. Then I take the next topic which I'm comfortable with. And when you do that, after I finish one topic, I used to click, just tick it. Then when I used to look at my syllabus, oh wow, I finished 10 topics. If I finish 10, I can do the other 10 also. That way, for beginners can start with topic wise, and once you finish topic wise, then when you know that you have you have already finished a part, you can go to subject as unit wise. It's a hybrid strategy, we call it as a hybrid strategy. So you can use both the techniques based on your comfortness. Suppose if you're not the type of student who gets scared of exams or syllabus, you can go for unit wise also. But if you think you need to first get that what is that called, potential energy, we say in physics, like you need to get the boost, or you need to get the feeling, oh, I'm good with this. So you have to first be aware or get friendly with the syllabus. So start with topic wise.
Thank you so much, Tamali, for sharing your strategy. I hope this will be very helpful for the viewers.
And one more thing I would like to add, Shabana, nowadays students take too much stress.
Yes.
So I'll tell you in future, like if you ask me that question, I'll tell you that. But I'll just add a bit to it, that you should maintain a timetable. Yes. It will help you divide the sections, divide the topics, so that you don't get very tense at the end of the preparation.
Yes, definitely. And it will also help you to stay disciplined.
Yes.
Because when you are preparing for such a tough exam,
Yes.
UGC-NET or CSIR-NET, these exams are really difficult because we have a lot to cover.
Yes.
So being disciplined throughout the preparation will help.
It is always said, Shabana, it's always said that for a student, discipline is essential.
Yes.
Okay, it is the key to success, because if you're not disciplined, you can never crack. That's
True,
the thing.
very true. So we'll move on to our next question, Tamali.
Okay.
Tamali, there are certain misconceptions regarding this exam, right? Just because I feel that there is too less awareness about the NET exam, to be specific, be it CSIR-NET or UGC-NET. So there are certain misconceptions that are there. So what do you think? What should be the students' approach towards this exam, considering the misconceptions that are prevailing?
See, first misconception that students have is that looking at the syllabus, they think that they have to solve all the, they need to cover up all the topics. But that is not the case actually. That's not a fact. Because see, if you look at the question paper, if you look at the question pattern, that you have got, there are many questions, and you don't have to solve all the questions. You just need to solve some questions, and it's like the question number is a lot, but the ones which you have to attempt is very few. Okay, so you have options to skip some questions also. Okay, so that means all topics, you don't have to remember all topics. If you are good in like 80%, if you can cover up at least 80 to 85%, if you can cover the important units. Suppose you have less, I'm not saying that you need to use this strategy, but suppose you have less time left, so and you need to cover a lot of topics, you can go for some 80 to 85%, you can go for that, which are important units. Okay, and you have to be very good in those topics. Okay, then the 10 or 15% that you miss, that will not matter at all, because you will have lot of questions, lot of options to go for. Number 2 is that students think that part A can be skipped. Okay, I have seen many students who don't focus much on part A. But if you see this year's question paper also, part A was very easy, then part B and part C.
So what is there in part A?
See, part A has general aptitude questions along with reasoning questions and some general science. Okay, some questions on general science, and this is very easy. Actually, why do we need part A is that when you are life science doesn't means only life science or biology questions. So when you are solving or when you are working after you clear the exam, when you are going for research field, when you are working, you will be needing some concepts of chemistry also, of physics also. You will be doing some calculations, very basic calculations. So those basic calculations and those basic concepts of other subjects like physics, chemistry, okay, those things, from how will you know? So part A is basically of those questions. So when you do part A, when you clear part A, that means it says that you are capable of also being able to solve questions if that type of methods are required. You will be easily handling those type of questions. Also reasoning questions are there, because sometimes you also have to be very clever in answering. So reasoning is what? Reasoning is this check your how fast you can solve a question, right? That's reasoning questions. That means based on some concepts, based on some analysis, you have to solve the questions. So part A is a very important part, okay, and it also contains 30% weightage. So part A you have to clear, okay, that is why many students doesn't know that, but part A you have to clear for clearing CSIR-NET exam, and part A is not that hard and it is very, very essential. This is one misconception.
Okay.
Number 3, students feel like they think that when they sit for the exam, they have to they have to only study and study and study. No, they can take breaks, they can enjoy the process also. Okay, these things are there. So,
okay, so these are some of the misconceptions that
yes,
the students have
yes,
about the preparation.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think, Tamali? What are the mistakes that the students do? We have come to know about the misconceptions from you,
Yes.
that they skip the part A section.
Yes.
So apart from that, what do you think are the mistakes they generally do, which do not help them to qualify this exam?
Yes. One more I will add like before answering this question, that students, there are some students who like mugging up, okay, who like memorizing. So CSR, before you could memorize and do, nowadays you can't memorize. You have to be your concept has to be very clear.
Yes.
So nowadays the questions are very conceptual type, very analytic type questions. You have to solve them, you have to use your basic knowledge. So this is also one misconception, you cannot memorize. And coming back to the mistakes, what did you say that about?
What are the general mistakes that the students do which does not help them qualify this exam?
Okay, so first mistake that students do is that they take the exam very lightly.
Yes.
They do not give a lot of proper timing for their preparation. So as I told in my previous question, answers, that you have to have a timetable. Students do, the first mistake they do is they don't make a timetable. Okay, because in a day you are doing so many things. Other than studies, you need to do so many things. So if you do not allot proper timing for your studies and also allot proper timing for other things, then you will feel very stressed, because you do not know at what time what you should do. Okay, so first of all is discipline and this timetable. Students do not make this timetable, number 1. Number 2 is that students are they don't take the exam. Why I am saying this? Because nowadays social media, it's a distraction. So students are more busy with mobile. You see, normally when you're studying, you study and suddenly you keep a mobile near you. So suddenly there's a notification or some messages, you keep the book and you check it. So social media is a big distraction for students who want to clear CSIR-NET, not just CSIR-NET but any national level exams.
Yes.
So students have to
Yes.
be very sure that no mobile.
Yes.
That's why I said allot time. If you're allotting 3 hours for your exam preparation, 3 hours should be without the mobile.
Definitely.
Without any
Yes,
distraction.
Yes.
So first mistake is, as I told you, that not preparing timetable. Second mistake is social media. Number 3 is that students think that just memorizing will be okay. No. So they have to, the concept has to be very clear. They need guidance, proper support and guidance. Number 4, the one which I said previously, that they have to know that part A is also essential. They should know that part A they have to prepare. Many students skip this part A. Okay, so I know many of my friends did that when we were preparing. So and that's why I said part A. One more thing I would like to focus is that students don't take breaks. Very, very essential, because students, they only study and study and study. They do not take breaks. See, when I was preparing for my exam, you won't believe, Shabana, when I was preparing for exam, I used to take 5 to 10 minutes break after I finish, at not 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes after finishing 3 or 4 topics. I used to take 5-10 minutes break, just get up from the table, walk around the home, walk around my home. And sometimes if I feel I'm very heavy, I used to just listen to one song, hardly 3 to 4 minutes song, and then again sit back, or maybe have some juice, or maybe have a tea. And in the evening I used to go for walks, or maybe go out and just walk outside and in the nature and just come back. Students has to take breaks. Okay, so I follow on, there's a technical Pomodoro technique.
Yes.
So Pomodoro technique means when you study for 25 minutes and then take a break, or maybe work for 25 minutes and then take a break. So there should be an interval of break also after you study. So that's very important. So take a break, maintain a routine, have healthy food, take rest, and have a timing only for your books, not for mobile phones or any other TV or anything, social media.
Yes. I remember, Tamali, when I was preparing, right, my first attempt actually. So I had deleted all the social media apps from my mobile, because I observed that I was consuming a lot of social media and
Yes.
my time was being wasted. So after I deleted it, for few days it was a bit difficult, I would say. It was not that easy, but then I got into the process.
Yes.
And that really helped. So social media is, of course it is useful and helpful, but it is helpful to a certain limit.
Yes.
So if you feel this is a major distraction, even I suggest my students, please try to delete or get rid or at least deactivate your social media for some time if you are preparing for UGC or CSIR-NET or any other competitive exam.
Definitely, right.
Tamali, like we have already discussed on the distractions and how to handle the stress and anxiety, like taking breaks, going out for a walk that you did. So now, Tamali, can you suggest few tips to the students preparing for this exam on how to handle stress and anxiety?
Yes, sure. See, one I told already before about the Pomodoro technique. So see, stress and anxiety. Stress, what is stress actually? Stress is when you are taking something very seriously which does not need so much of your attention. Like I said, exam, you need to clear the exam, okay? So if you keep on thinking, I need to clear, but you are not doing those things that you need to clear, that will give you stress, okay? So as I told, suppose you have 2 months left or 3 months left or 6 months left. So if there's two way of watching, like looking into this. One is I have only 2 months left. But if you think 2 months means 60 days. 60 days means in one day you have got 24 hours. Even if you give 6 to 8 hours one day for your studies, imagine how many hours you have in 2 months. So that itself reduces your stress. Oh, 2 months, it's okay, I have this many hours to study. One way of, just reducing the tension, mental pressure. Number 2, as I said, when you study, it is very natural that you will feel a bit, you will start feeling a bit heavy, your mind starts, it becomes very heavy because you are taking in too much, because you are learning something new. See, when you learn something new, you are taking more information, okay, into your head. So your head already has a lot of information, you are taking some more information. So give this a little break, because even this needs to rest. So as I told, finish a topic, just move around the house or go just talk to someone, okay, but no distraction, okay, just take a break, and in that break don't think about anything, okay. If you want to be away from stress and anxiety, as I said, don't think about anything in that break. Your brain should be totally at rest. So that is one thing. Number 3, for anxiety. See, anxiety happens when you compare yourself with your friends and when you compare your ways with your others. See, anxiety shuru kahan se hoti hai? When it start, you think, oh my god, my friend is clearing that exam, what am I doing in the house? Or maybe your parents are telling you that, see, that my friend's son and daughter is doing this and what you're doing that. So when you take that inside your head that, oh yes, they are right, what am I doing? That is when you get anxiety, because you are underestimating your own self. So first of all, my dear students, know that you are enough and you are brilliant. If you have come this far, if you are wanting to sit for CSIR-NET, you are intelligent. Okay, because this is not an exam that everybody will think of clearing. If you are thinking of clearing, that means you are very intelligent. So first know you are intelligent. Number one, you do not have to be a topper to clear the exam. Your strategy should be right and your dedication should be there. If you are dedicated, committed, you have a proper plan, you are organized, you have a routine, you have time, what else do you need? What else do you need? Just sit, study, and forget what your friend is doing, who is a doctor, who is an engineer, who is doing things. You are also going to do a very big things. So first you have to clear the exam. Only then you can do the big thing, right? So pehle ABCD, and then only you can go for the big things.
Yes.
So first sit for the exam with no expectations, with no big comparisons, no comparisons with anybody. You are good, you are sitting for the exam. Be in the moment, study and give your best. And then when you clear, then you will see you will not have any anxiety. No more anxiety, nothing to stress about.
So thank you so much, Tamali, for these motivating words to our students. The last and the final question in regard to this exam is, what do you think are the opportunities available after CSIR-NET?
Okay, so for the question that you asked, Shabana, see the exam, when you clear CSIR-NET exam, there are two things. One is LS and one is JRF. So students who clear LS, they are eligible for lectureship. They can go for teaching positions in different colleges, universities, where they ask that you have to clear CSIR-NET. Okay, so LS people, they can go for lectureship. Now, if you have cleared JRF exam, then you are eligible for both LS lectureship and for research. So after clearing JRF, then you can go for your PhD. You can go, see, some people do not do PhD, they just go for research. Okay, like they go for JRF, they do 3 years, they go for the research positions, and maybe after that they start something of their own, or some might also get into some faculty positions and all. But what people can do that also, and also after JRF they can complete their PhD. They can finish their PhD and then they can go for lectureship or faculty positions. Some students, if they want, they can also go for corporate jobs, because there are many government institutes and also private organizations and government organizations where they take up students who have cleared CSIR-NET and who have PhD and who have this JRF, because there are many posts like forensic science we have got, then we have got agriculture sector we have got, and then we also have got this bioprocess sector, then we have got this medicinal sector, drug sector, and then we have got the foods that we eat, the beverages, food industry. So everywhere they need a scientist, okay, everywhere they need an analyst, a scientist. Even for magazines which are publishing content on science and life sciences, like all those type of like genomic science, all these things. So even they hire students who have cleared their CSIR-NET and PhD, because they need someone to write the content. Okay, as a content writer, editor also they take. So there are many things. If you want to go for academic part, you can go for academics. If you want to go for corporate jobs, you can go for corporate jobs. If you want to go for just organizations like lab works, you can go for lab works. So there are different sectors where you can go. It's vast. Okay, it's vast.
So to sum it up, it means there is a huge scope after you qualify the CSIR-NET exam.
Yes.
So students who only have this notion, or who only believe that after qualifying the NET exams, the only thing they are eligible is to be an assistant professor, to work as a faculty, or to get into research. But the reality is there are other options, like Dr. Tamali Sinha has already told us in this session. There are a lot of other options that the student should look for. So now it's up to the student, the one who intends to qualify this exam, how you look for the opportunities, because there are a lot of opportunities, and it's only you who have to figure out where you want to get through after this exam. Isn't it, Tamali?
Yes, and one more thing I want to add, you can say it's a good news for students that in future, after few years, this field is going to boom. Because right now if you see, biotechnology is a very good sector right now, because after few years medicinal industry, then you have got this food, okay, agriculture industry, it's going to boom. Because if you see this CRISPR, if you see genome editing, just look at how it's being used all over the world, because then you will be requiring food that is made in the industry, because the land is keeping on decreasing, right? So this has a very good field for students who want to go. And I think students should, if you have interest in biology, if you have interest in life science, then you should go for this field.
Thank you so much, Tamali, for such an informative session. Like, as we come to the end of this podcast, Tamali, I would also like to discuss it with you that the awareness relating to this NET exams, be it our UGC NET or be it the CSIR-NET, the awareness is very less.
Yes.
So Bostabrain, as a coaching institute specifically focusing on the NET exams, previously we were with the UGC NET. Now at Bostabrain, now that we are trying to move into the segment of CSIR-NET, specifically in life science, because we have you with us now, and Bostabrain classes is collaborating with Tamali's classes in respect to providing the CSIR-NET life science coaching and mentoring program to the students. So Tamali, what do you think? What makes us different than all the other institutes available over here?
Yes.
So how this collaboration is going to help the students to prepare for this examination?
See, this collaboration is very helpful, because first of all, we are women who are going to train the students. Number two is that, see, as a teacher, I am telling this answer, I would like to reply it as a teacher. What I feel is, when you are teaching a student, if you teach a student only thinking that he has to take the knowledge and then go home, that's a wrong thing. So when we are, for us I'm talking, when we talk to students, when we are explaining them concepts, first of all, different type of techniques are being used, okay? So like we are using graphical organizations, like we are using some methods, like flowcharts, and also some mind maps, then we are using mnemonics and also storytelling, okay? So different things are there. Number two, when a student comes to our class, or when they have come to my class, the first thing is that they should not think that she is very professional. That's a very big thing, because coaching institutes, I have seen the teachers are very professional. They are just like, yes,
professional. I would like to interrupt actually. So professional in what sense? Like we have to be professional while we are teaching, with our methodologies, and with the kind of content that we are providing, right? We are professional in a way. So the professionalism that you are talking about, can you please elaborate on that?
Yes, sure. See, when a student comes to us, so the student expects that I will get knowledge, I will get notes, I will get questions. Okay, that's one level of professionalism that every institute should maintain. Number two is that a student should never feel that he or she is only, the teacher is only focused on giving particular notes and then just tata bye bye. No. When a student is having doubt, suppose a student comes to the class, there are so many students in one class, right? So Bostabrain is one more thing is good, is that we are not taking too much students, and we are not increasing the space, like the population in the class. We have limited seats, we have limited students, which is why we can take care of each of our student. One, very important. Number two is, what I do when I am teaching students in my class, I make sure each one of them is understood. I ask them with their name, have you understood? Because when you are teaching a lot of students, yes, I am professional, but if I teach like this, e topic, this is done, next topic. If you have to ask us, if you do not even ask the student, have you understood? That the ones who are sitting in the front, or whom the teacher is looking at, will feel okay, but the one who is in the one corner, or maybe the one who is a bit, that person is not so extrovert, maybe that student is introvert or feels shy in speaking to the teacher or asking questions, that's when we feel, okay, all is understood, okay, I've also understood. But when he goes home, he tells his mom, kuch samajh mein nahi aaya, too much crowd, I couldn't hear the teacher well, and that's when we not even tell the truth to the parent, I have seen some students, they go home and they say that, I understood, I will take notes from the student, that way. So professionalism is good, but if you add a bit more humanity to the professionalism,
Yes.
suppose if you ask a student, okay, did you understand? Did you? Okay, the one student says no sir or no ma'am. What is your duty? You can't say घर जाके देख लेना, ask note from your friend, okay, like that. और बाद में देख लेंगे, बाद में पूछेंगे, बाद में at the end. No, don't do बाद में at the end.
We have to do it inside the class itself.
Yes,
right?
बाद में at the end the student will also forget also उसको कहाँ doubt था.
Yes.
She or we will forget and they will think that oh, not giving me too much importance. I will change the institute or maybe ठीक है, okay. But what in my class what I do is I ask each of my students, have you understood? If they say no ma'am, I again repeat it and I always tell them, ask me 1,000 times, I'm okay with answering you. But when you leave my class, when you step outside, you should feel ma'am has given me what I wanted. Okay, the knowledge I wanted, the concept I wanted to be clear about, ma'am has given me. Now what we do is, we also suppose when a student goes home and asks us a question, and we also have a group, right? So
Yes.
they can ask us questions through groups, and after the class also they get help. So along with being too professional, you also have to take care that a student might need help after the student goes home.
Yes.
I
So
cannot,
that is where we specialize.
Yes,
Tamali, that even
right.
after the classes or even after the course is over for that particular student,
Yes.
we continuously provide assistance to all our students until and unless they clear their exam.
Yes.
So that is the one thing that we try to maintain at Bostabrain.
Yes. So suppose when a student goes home and asks you that, ma'am, this is question I had doubt, this is question I had doubt. So I tell them, you write the question
Yes.
in the copy, and when you come to my class, shoot. And one more thing I tell them, that keep the questions ready before coming to the class, because it shouldn't be like this, that when you are teaching one topic and they ask topic from other questions, so it becomes a bit disturbing for other students also to suddenly shift from one topic to another topic. That is one thing is there, but professionalism should be there, but also a bit of humanity should be there, of how you're talking to your students and how you're making them feel, because I believe education should not be limited only to your notes and things. They should also learn that how you can how you are being taken care of in a class. That is very important.
Yes, very true, Tamali. So we hope that this collaboration will be very fruitful for the students preparing for CSIR-NET specifically, because today we have a guest who is a JRF holder in CSIR-NET Life Science. Along with this, we are finally at the end of this session, and before leaving, Tamali, since I have already mentioned about your book that I just got today, so this is the signed copy of the book that I am gifted by Tamali. So Tamali, I would like if you can just speak a few words about this book.
Okay.
Because I believe you have spoken a lot about anxiety, depression, handling stress, right? So a few words would definitely help the viewers.
Yes, sure. See, this book is very, very close to my heart, Shabana, because this is my first book. And when I was writing this book, I was already in the journey of self-healing, because after my father's demise during COVID, so my family had to go through a lot, and especially me, because I'm the eldest in my family, and I had to take care of so many things in my family alone. So, but it is not I did not think it as a burden, because it was my responsibility. But I was going through a lot, because I was in the final years of my PhD. I was with a child, then also I had a child already. She was very small that time, and also my mother was there. She was alone. I had my brother who was studying abroad. So you can imagine the tension, because my brother was also outside. So we had a tension. How is he during the COVID? Okay, and then as I said, my husband came rushing, and he rushed to help us during that time, and I was going through a lot, and my PhD was I thought I would leave my PhD and everything, because my family was that time more important. So I was going through a lot. Okay, so I wanted to share with somebody. Okay, I was in that moment, I distanced myself from my people. Whenever I was it was required, I used to go and do my duties, but I was in the moment, but I could not be in the be myself in the moment, because I had to be someone else in that moment. So after everything, I used to feel so quiet. I needed a break. I needed some moments of peace, and I was very stressed. So that time I did not know what to do. So what I did was I had to do meditation, then I went for journaling, then distanced myself from people. Okay, I was having this anxiety a lot. So but I did not mention this to anybody. So when I got an opportunity to write the book, because I wanted to write, actually writing, I love writing. So I wanted to write because I wanted to share my feelings, because I have seen many people going through the same. I know many people who have cried to me in front of me, and I have helped them a lot. So I thought, why not bring it in a book, because now I'm helping 2 or 3 people nearby me. If I can help some more people around the world, then just imagine, I'm doing a bit for the society also. This book is very, very important. This book is very, very essential for all age groups, because even children are facing emotional distancing. Now what is emotional distancing? You are present in a situation, but you're emotionally, you are distanced, because you are not being able to give your best in the moment. You're not being able to express yourself. Okay, and you have some things in your mind which you're not being able to say to people, because you fear that the person will mock at you or make fun of you, or might judge you, or you will feel amused. So these things are happening every day. Okay, every day. Maybe someone has just mocked at you, maybe someone has misunderstood you, someone just shouted at you, someone just underestimated you. Okay, someone just compared you with others. Imagine, suppose you love someone and you lost that person. Okay, then suppose you had a heartbreak, not heartbreak, but there's again a twist in the heartbreak. You can read it in my book. Suppose you're feeling a heartbreak, that means someone has hurt you. So you're procrastinating about something, you're overthinking about something, then suddenly you want to feel free, you want space. Space means you want to have some time for yourself, you want to give some time to your dreams. Okay, so suppose you want those things, but you're not getting those things and you're not being able to be yourself. What should you do? Whom should you say? Who will help you? No one is going to help you, because until and unless you know what you should do, no one is going to help you. So in this book I have mentioned those experiences of my life where I have faced all these things, and also I have given the approaches that you should take up, the approaches which you should do to overcome those feelings, overcome those emotions. Okay, also now suppose a person who doesn't know if that person is facing these problems or not, suppose that person is reading my book. So why will the person read my book? At the end of the book there are some questions, so that person can read the book questions and answer the questions, and that person can find himself whether he is suffering from emotional distancing and not. He will know that. So once that person knows, then suppose you want to buy this book and you are not sure, why should you read it? Just solve those questions. If you fall into those category where yes, you are socially distanced, but you are not socially, emotionally distanced, but you're not aware of that situation, once you solve those questions, you will know that, and then you can come back to the first chapter and read, because that is there.
Tamali, I'm surely going to read this book of yours. Yes. Anyway, I was wanting you this copy from
long time. You had asked me, I remember that.
Yeah, so I got it today, and I'm surely going to read it, because the content itself seems very interesting, and I'm definitely going to answer those questions and check if I'm in that phase of emotional distancing or not.
So, or maybe you have been in that phase,
yes,
and now you're hiding those emotions because you do not want your people to know that.
Of course,
different phase on the outside.
Right. So I also suggest everyone watching, do get a view of this book on Amazon. I think it is available.
It's available in Amazon, Flipkart, and also Vision Bookstore, which is the bookstore of these publications.
Okay.
So Amazon, Flipkart, and Vision Bookstore.
So if you find the content interesting, do go and read this book, because I have known Tamali, it's been a year that I have known her, and I know that she is a very talented girl. I just keep on asking.
Thank you.
I just keep on asking Tamali, like, how do you manage everything, because in a job, it's a 9 to 5 or maybe 9 to 6 job, and then after with a kid, you write a book, you teach students, you prepare your material. So it's a long process that you are going through. I admire you for that, Tamali.
Thank you so much, Shivani.
And for sure, we are going to come up with something very great.
Yes.
and will be able to help our students.
And
as
I
well.
admire you too, Shabana, for coming up with Bostabrain, because you know, it's a very tough thing to do, because I myself don't have the courage to start a business seriously. And when I look at you managing your home, coming to an institute and then doing it all by yourself, it's a very big inspiration. And I hope students will come more, inquire more about the courses, and maybe they give you an opportunity to showcase what you are actually, what you are made of. Okay, so thank you for having me today, and I'm grateful to have this collaboration with you.
Thank you so much, Tamali, for your
Thank
words.
you so much.
So we have come to the end of this session, and I hope every one of you watching this have loved and enjoyed the session today. So for more details on the courses, patterns and everything related to the CSIR-NET, I'll share the link of Tamali's YouTube channel. You can visit her channel and you can go through the videos that she have uploaded. And about the courses, we will provide the details on the description as well. So you can give us a call, inquire us about the details, and in case you need a demo class, feel free to let us know. We also provide a demo class because we believe that you should know about the quality that you will be getting at Bostabrain and Tamali's classes. So do not forget to subscribe and like our channel. Also do not forget to subscribe to Tamali's channel, because it's on her channel that you will be getting regular updates on the CSIR-NET. Thank you so much for watching this.
Thank you so much for watching us.